always in our clubhouse getting high. Super fuckers! Everybody wishes we would die. Super fuckers! Here we come like a bomb. Everybody fucking run and hide.
What's up, fuckers?
Fuck you!
Ow, fuck! Oh, Nolan, stop! Stop, that's my little sister! What the fuck? Fucker.
She's dead.
No, I'm not. I'm still alive, you fuck. Guys, stop!
Come on, everyone join in.
Stop!
Come on.
What the fuck?
Join in.
Stop it!
This is disturbing.
Come on, Jim.
No, she's fine.
This is a podcast tradition. If you want to be a part of it, you gotta kill her.
She's fine.
Well,
She's dead.
this is like some I know what you did last summer shit right here.
You
We'll never tell. We
Emily.
won't tell anyone. Shut up.
I mean,
Fucker.
as long as we don't record this and put it in a podcast, we should be fine.
We are putting this in. The world needs to know we killed her.
Oh, no.
Did Nolan's dad say, "Hey"?
Yes, he did.
That made it.
I ruined the judge for him.
We scrappy dude her.
Don't worry, the judge did that already.
But hey, yeah, this is the Pizza Party Podcast. I'm Pan Pizza. Who are you people?
My knuckles are bleeding.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get.
Oh, that's a
so we
good
can
screen name.
But
No, it's Jim. Hey.
It's me, Ken.
I'm Paleo.
Hello. It's a new edition.
Hello. I'm a person that does videos on the internet sometime.
Uh-huh. What do they define videos on the internet? What exactly?
Oh, I do like videos on movies, games, cartoons, recent stuff, old stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
I'll link that into the description. So anyway, the next...
I just can't believe that Pan finally got somebody on the podcast who's more talented than he is.
Ooh, ouch.
So anyway,
I felt that.
the next video is going to be a review on Jackie Chan Adventures, that cartoon series, if you all remember.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's been forever.
I'm excited.
It's been forever since I did an actual review on a cartoon series. Because there's so many episodes. There's 94 episodes of Jackie Chan Adventures, and it just goes on and on. It's so repetitive. But it's a really fun show.
Wasn't like they had like story arcs? Like one of them was this magical puzzle box, and then the other was all the talismans, and then another one was just like Satan or something.
Oh, yeah. Each season they had to find a different set of artifacts, like the talismans, or the puzzle box, or the talismans again, and then some masks, and then it's Shendu's father. I mean, Shendu, the villain's son.
The canceled season, they had to find all 50 Shades of Grey, so...
Out now.
Wow, topical.
Do you watch like all the episodes if you watch review a show?
Since I actually watched them when I was younger, I watched them all, technically.
Oh wow, Pat,
Oh,
you
wow.
cop
I
out.
at least watched like the first two seasons, which there's a lot in the second season, a lot of episodes. That season's like
You don't know what
40 episodes.
happened in like season 3. The series get really awful, and you recommend everyone to watch it, and then get up to season 3 and be really mad.
Oh well, but yeah, the show is very repetitive. It's very formulaic. But anyway, I opened up a Patreon, meaning you could support this
Sellout,
show.
fuck.
Meaning you could support this show. And
I can't support a sellout like
Yeah.
you.
Wow, yeah, and one of his perks is a picture of his face. Who are you, Doug Walker?
yeah, if
I
you-
think just because we don't know what he looks like. He could send you a picture of anyone, and you'd have to believe it was Pan Pizza.
So yeah, but if you donate enough, we'll get like a live pizza party podcast.
I'm not doing
What do you mean? What do you mean a live pizza party podcast?
We live stream it and people can comment while it's going on.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that. Oh.
Oh.
That's the thing I do
Oh.
for every 2 weeks. I said, that's the thing I do every 2 weeks, alternating on this one. Like, my podcast is next week.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. Already plugging myself.
We're throwing each other under the bus this podcast. I'm being a dick. Pan's being a dick. What did we do? What do we do? How
I
did
mean, Ken's always a dick, so it's
yeah.
it's not really a different.
Well,
and I
that's
just
right.
called Ken a dick, so that's really dickish of me.
let's
dick
let's
party?
just call this the big dick podcast.
the DDD.
whipping around heart-throbbing cocks at each other.
Wait, do you remember? Do you remember that T-shirt series? And it was this nerdy guy who had all these like really sexy chicks, and I think his name was like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What was that guy's name? But
I
the
don't
whole
know,
joke
but
was.
it was like on every freaking beach store.
Yeah, it was
Big
like
Dick Dan.
what was it?
Big Dick Dan.
Is that it? Yeah.
Is that what's
Because he had a big dick, all these ladies wanted to be with him. See, that's what we should do, a podcast about inappropriate T-shirts.
Who the fuck is Big Dick Dan? Okay, I went on Google and I'm like what I found. Okay. Whoops.
I didn't make that name up, dude. I don't fucking know.
Oh, well, thanks for
I
nothing.
believed him.
You saw a guy's penis pan. You're gay.
Oh.
Oh my
But
god.
also, if enough people donate, we'll be able to get the podcast on SoundCloud, meaning you can just download it directly to your iPod.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, give me money.
And I can start getting 3 Little Caesars pizzas instead of 2.
What the fuck? This is bullshit. I have to pay for my own pizza.
Hey, this is the deal I signed with Pan.
Yeah, Ken, you should have checked your contract first.
Yeah, I get
The contract just says that my fans will hate me and try to beat me up. They see me in person.
All your contract says is suck it. That's all it is, and you signed on. It's your fault.
I thought it would be a different type of sucking. I don't know.
No, I'm afraid not. But you want to get into the news?
Okay.
Yeah. Play the Seinfeld theme. Up and edit a Seinfeld theme there.
Okay, guys, amazing news on Oni Press's official Twitter and Tumblr. They wrote the words "Doom is coming," and it's in a very familiar font. And Oni Press is they're the people who made Scott Pilgrim and also but they're a comic book publisher.
Scott Pilgrim.
And also,
They're a comic book publisher, and they're implying that Invader Zim is getting a comic book.
Oh.
The only information out there is just Doom is coming and the date February 20th, 2015. So I guess they'll make an actual announcement. But yeah, Invader Zim's back in comic form.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna suck. Any show that comes back sucks.
Emily, are you excited?
She's dead,
she's
remember?
dead.
Emily said she was excited. She loves Invader Zim.
She's
Is she breathing
dead.
through a respirator like she deserves?
Pan, you're having like mental thoughts. She's
She's
dead.
right
We
here,
killed her.
guys. Emily's here.
Stop! You're just moving her mouth with your fingers, man. This is
Yeah.
disturbing.
No.
This is worse than when they beat her up and killed her. Is what you're doing to her.
Yeah, like you're just
here.
like there's little bits of brain matter and just like
still
gore
here.
everywhere, and you're just moving the gore like you're piling it all up, and then you're just kind of moving and
Put a
opening up
blanket
the.
over it.
Don't weekend at Bernie's your sister.
Put a blanket over it. But yeah, Invader Zim's back, everyone. Yeah, Hot Topic is finally back in town.
Do they still sell Invader Zim stuff at Hot Topic?
Yesterday I went there and all there was a single GUR t-shirt and that was all.
I don't even know what do they sell in there now.
They still sell pop culture stuff. That's the
Yeah.
only reason I go in there usually if I ever.
Basically-
Pizza Party podcast merchandise. You can buy a What's Up Fucker t-shirt. It's out now.
Someone told me it was pretty much Tumblr the store because there's just memes and Disney stuff, Disney hipster stuff.
Yeah, well, I haven't tried submitting a t-shirt. Or I haven't talked to Frederator about getting t-shirts in stores.
I'm not big enough for that. Although they were talking to me and saying, hey, if you want to sell shirts, you should try out these things or make vinyls or something. I should talk to them about making vinyls, a vinyl figure, because that'd be pretty cool to have a figure of me or some of the other characters.
Just make sure if you do that stuff, make it like financially viable so you can make a profit.
Obviously, that's the whole point.
Don't order it because that's how like everyone I know got screwed
What
when
happened?
they made cartoons. They would just overorder shirts and stuff, or like get a shit deal for ordering shirts, and it would be impossible to break even, you know? So, because you have to give certain people free stuff, and sorry, this is like a boring part of the pod. You can cut this out, but like when I did cartoon, like we would just order a bunch of shirts, and if we found someone who would do it cheap, then we would order a ton of them because then you'd make your money back quicker. But if it's like, I don't know, you have to think about all that stuff before you.
Do you have
which I'm sure you would, but what?
Do you sleep in like a pile of Knock Force t-shirts?
No, I don't have. We never did that. So
Yeah, you don't have a bed. You just have a pile of Mac Force merchandise, and you're the past.
Well, we never made Knock Force merchandise, but like the cartoon I did before, Cletus the Fetus made T-shirts, and we sold enough of those so we could pay for like a mixer and mics, which I still have and use. So that was the only. It just paid for more stuff for the cartoon. Basically, it was like a self-sustaining entity for a little bit because of that.
So you actually made profit off Cletus the Fetus.
I guess so, but it would all just went right back into it. So it wasn't like I was
$2.
No, I made like it was like a couple hundred.
3.
but I think it was yeah. I forget the amount, but I remember it worked out. It was just I've talked to other people who were like, why did I do this? You know.
Yeah, but anyway, Invader Zim's back. Emily, do you have anything to say? Fuck you, Nolan. Fuck my dick. Yeah, on to the other news. Netflix announced a Legend of Zelda live-action TV series, live-action series.
It's not a cartoon.
Well, it's still worth noting.
Wait, was this announced? I thought it was just a rumor.
Nope, it's announced, and they're working closely with Nintendo, and they say it's going to be, quote, Game of Thrones for families.
Well, that's because every network wants a Game of Thrones now, because the Game of the Thrones is like so successful that like every network's looking for one. Yeah. So I guess Legend of Zelda, that could work. And it has name recognition. I bet I would watch the first episode at least. I don't know if I'd do much beyond that.
Yeah. If you guys remember that old IGN trailer, this fake trailer that came out on April Fool's, like a movie trailer, and it looked really convincing, but it wasn't. It just wasn't real.
And then it said April 1st and everyone died.
Yeah. So cool, and it was all lies.
What an epic prank.
Like, that's one of the best April Fool things ever since, like, I don't know, the Toonami thing on April 1st, where they brought it back after, like, 3 years of it being gone.
Oh, yeah.
So, live-action Zelda. It's...
I can only hope that it gets the Super Mario Brothers treatment.
Oh, it's gonna be super grim dark. They're gonna be in the future. Everything looks like like Blade Runner.
Link has jet boots.
Oh yeah.
It'll all be shot in a warehouse in Delaware.
Oh my!
Was that where the Super Mario Brothers movie was shot?
Yeah, it was shot in Wilmington, Delaware, because since I'm from Baltimore but live in New York, oftentimes when I take the bus back, it stops in Wilmington, Delaware, and I actually drive by the warehouses because I found out where they were. And
you just look there, it's like, wow, that's where Mario Brothers was shot.
I've always wanted to go in and like see, like, I don't know, hope there's a prop in there, but that's a complete fan. I'm sure there isn't, but I saw that movie in theaters, and
like they left like one prop there.
When you're 9 years old, that movie, everyone in my elementary school loved that movie. We were all like, "Can you believe it?" And he had a Nike thing on the bomb. What? It's crazy.
It was Reebok.
Oh, it was Reebok?
Yeah.
See, it was so amazing. Kids couldn't even get it straight. It was just beyond comprehension how much it blew our minds. It was like
Reebok paid for that advertisement. Everyone went and bought Nikes instead.
Yeah, we were just it was so and then you rewatch it and you're like, whoa, I was a dumb kid.
I just like, how did this movie happen?
I can't believe Blade Runner ripped off Mario Brothers.
They wanted Tom Hanks and all these people, and Bob Hoskins was like, I need money.
I mean, they said they were gonna.
And then he said,
I remember they wanted to make it like the Flintstones movie, where it was more cartoony, but with like fake environments. But they decided to go with a grim, dark version of that.
I don't think there's any way that Mario Brothers would work in a live action movie. It's like a cartoon type of idea, you know?
Yeah.
And not
But aren't
like
they
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, what's the deal with Sonic? Aren't they making like a Sonic
Yeah,
kind of
there was supposed to be like
Smurfs thing?
It's
yeah,
already
like
out.
a
It's
live
called the
action
Sonic.
CGI thing.
It's by Sony, so
What's
you know.
with the live action CGI? I guess because Alvin and the Chipmunks and Smurfs and now
Yeah.
SpongeBob have done well. We're going to see more of them, but they never look or are very good. They're just like, I don't get
I
it.
heard
Wait,
Yeah,
hold on. It's
the
gonna be.
SpongeBob. I was gonna say the SpongeBob, like the movie, the trailers for that movie are very deceiving because that movie isn't mostly 2D.
Yeah, it's like the 2/3 of it is traditional animation,
Yeah.
which is, and then
I've yet to see that movie, and I really want to.
Wait, hold on. So they're gonna make a Sonic live action CGI movie?
Yeah, they announced it. We
Yeah.
announced it like forever ago on the podcast.
Oh my god, that means it's gonna be like Sonic X.
Oh,
I mean,
oh.
as long as he's eating chili dogs, I'm down.
Whatever happened to the Ratchet and Clank and Sly Cooper movies that were coming out?
Oh yeah, they're still coming out, but there's not a release date for the Ratchet and Clank movie yet. It's supposed to be the first half of 2015, but there's still no release date yet, and there hasn't been another trailer.
Yeah,
there was like one trailer late last year, and it's looking good. It looks like the game, and it does have writers from the games working on the movie.
Yeah, and Sly Cooper's movie kind of looks like it's pandering a bit, but
Yeah.
they didn't get back Kevin Miller.
Oh.
Someone comfort me.
Oh hey, I think that's what's the fuck? Forget it. Never mind.
Yeah.
Something's bad's happening on the judge.
So yeah, Zelda movie. I mean, Zelda TV series. That's gonna hopefully not suck. But yeah.
Hopefully not. It'll hopefully suck less than the judge.
No.
I mean, the Netflix series that they have so far have been pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
There hasn't really been a miss yet for them. So,
yeah, but let's get on to other sadder news. Okay. Are you guys familiar with radio personality Gary Owens?
Nope.
No.
Oh, he did the voices for stuff, right? Sorry.
Gary Owens was a radio personality, but most of us would know him as the original voice of Space Ghost and Powdered Toast Man from Ren and Stimpy. He passed away at last week at 80 due to diabetes.
Aww.
That's sad.
Like, you remember Powdered Toast Man and how horrifying he was?
Powdered Toast Man!
Hello, fellas. What seems to be the trouble?
We're all out of powdered toast.
Leave everything to me.
Yeah. I remember I watched the old
he
Space
was
Ghost,
terrifying.
the pre-Coast to Coast Space Ghost. He had a cool voice.
Which a lot of people are more familiar with the newer Space Ghost, which I thought not newer, just the talk show Space Ghost on Adult Swim and Cartoon Network, which when I first heard that the voice of Space Ghost died, I thought George Lowe, I think that was the current voice of Space Ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he died, but it's actually the original voice of Space Ghost when he was like a TV show from the 60s, a Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
oh.
But yeah, he also returned to do the voice of Space Ghost in Batman Brave and the Bold.
Oh.
Wait, Batman and that Space Ghost?
Yeah, and Brave and the Bold. He crossed over with everyone.
Why
Did he cross over with the Lunatics?
No. I think Warner Brothers wants to forget that happened.
I mean, you don't, but Warner Brothers does.
Wasn't there a Brave and the Bold episode where they met like those Scooby-Doo knockoffs like Jabberjaw? Did that happen?
Was there?
Or I'm just thinking to Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. I'm not sure. Because they went crazy with all the people that he's met.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there is Space Ghost. What the I never fucking seen this episode.
You never knew there was an old Space... Oh yeah, never mind.
No, I know there was an old Space Ghost. I didn't know he was in Batman Brave and the Bold. What the shit?
Yeah, but rip in peace, Powdered Toast Man. We didn't talk about this last week since we recorded the podcast before it happened, but Monty Oum, animator of Haloid, Dead Fantasy, and Ruby from Rooster Teeth died at the age 33 due to an allergic reaction to some medication. Are you guys familiar with Monty Oum?
No, are you?
No, not really.
Like I said, no.
Okay, so let me tell you about Haloid. Okay, so Haloid was this animated short film made in CGI, and basically I remember seeing this on, I think, YouTube or Game Trailers. They just uploaded on the user movies, and I just saw it, and it was the most intense thing ever. They got the song from that Burly Brawl song from The Matrix Reloaded, and it's just Master Chief from Halo and Samus from Metroid fighting, and it was really, really, really cool. And I remember next day at school, like, people were talking about that. Like, I walk past people and say, "You should see this thing. It's called Haloid." Like, that's how big it was when it came out.
I vaguely remember that when it came out because.
Okay, so yeah, Monty Oum was a really cool animator. Rip in peace.
Who?
Oh, okay. So you say you can't make fun of it, but then you go and say "rip in peace," you idiot.
Because that sounds awesome.
No, it doesn't. Rest
Yeah,
in
it does.
peace. You want him to be mutilated in death, you idiot? God damn.
No, it sounds really cool. Like, you know.
It sounds like anime, bro. It's fine.
I'm gonna.
Don't lose your way, Moniham, or whatever your name is.
Okay, so let me finish this, then we can talk about whatever. So.
Oh wait, we gotta bring up this one person, this one hit celebrity that died. Okay, guys. Brian Griffin died recently.
Brian Griffin.
He died like 2 years ago, you idiot.
Brian Griffin.
Oh, the dog from Family? Didn't he come back?
Yeah,
We need a moment of. I don't follow the newer episodes. After he died, that was the end of the series for me.
Oh, that was the end of the series for you.
Yeah, that was the final straw. Like, no Brian Griffin, I'm done.
So let's go into the topic where we discuss web cartoons.
Oh boy.
Play Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Do.
Your world needs a great defender. Your world's in the way of harm. You want a romantic life, a fairy tale that's full of charm. Beware that the light is fading. Beware as the dark returns. This world's unforgiving. Even bright lights will cease to burn. Legends scatter.
Yo, this is the story all about how my girlfriend loves me and I have an Xbox robot. Okay.
What?
Let me just say, okay, well, let me just add this. Hang on, I'm just going to say something so I can add it in. If anyone would like to see the very distasteful things these guys say.
What you said, you gave us a script. That
I
said
did
you
not give
exactly,
you a
and I was like, yeah, you did.
I'm trying
Wait, are you gonna cut out my amazing improv of a scene from The Judge? Because that has to stay in.
I'm going to put it in at the end so no one, because it's so, like, no, I got to separate this. It's just wrong. It's just wrong.
You pay for your Patreon, and you will see this part. You have to pay for it. $50.
Just meet us in a Kmart parking lot with $100.
But yeah, if
And
you
we
want to see
swear
the very distasteful uncut version of what we just said,
Click on link below.
And click on my face if you want to see it.
the topic today is web cartoons. Now, while we're on the subject of Monty Oum, did anyone remember Dead Fantasy?
No.
No.
Fuck all of you.
No.
Okay, so Dead
This
Fantasy.
podcast is not going in Pan's favor.
Dead Fantasy is basically they get the girls from Dead or Alive and the girls from Final Fantasy something, the whatever. Who's the girl with the denim half dress and the whatever her name is?
Cloud.
Whatever. And then they
Wow.
fight.
We'll just call her Cloud.
Lightning.
So
Lightning.
the whole thing is
What
that
a
they
good
fight
name.
and they're fighting, and then it was on I remember it was on Game Trailers exclusively, and then it was just them fighting, and the one really cool scene is when they're falling down a 90-degree angle, like a horizontal, a completely vertical thing, and they're sliding down that and they're falling. It's really cool. And then they try to add like a story, which the story made no sense. It was like this weird artsy Japanesey thing that made no freaking sense. It was just opera music and whatever, but it was really
Are
cool.
we talking about Carl Delete?
No! And then Monty Oum made RWBY on Rooster Teeth, which is basically Soul Eater, but it's an anime and it's in CGI, which, okay, admit
Soul Eater is an anime, you idiot.
I'm gonna kill you. So this
It's an American cartoon, Nolan, you fuck.
Okay. So let me tell you about the story. RWBY follows the girl named Ruby who goes to Deathmeister Academy with 3 other quirky
You
girls.
sure her name is Ruby?
And then they,
Meister Academy's and Soul Eater.
you know what I mean. And then they had to. Okay. Look,
I can't believe Monty Oum ripped off Soul
I'm
Eater.
fucking gonna shoot you. This is very. Oh, I don't even know if we should upload this. Oh.
Upload it, you wuss.
Oh God. Whatever. I don't care.
Everything fell off so fast.
It's your guys' fault. This podcast is falling apart, not me.
We're just reading the script that you gave us.
I never wrote a
You
script.
wrote this yourself.
But anyway, RWBY goes to Deathmeister Academy where she and all these other girls and guys learn to become weapon meisters, and they had to learn how to use their weapons. And she's friends with these 3 quirky girls, and they're all very quirky. And there's this pink girl who's kind of like Pinkie Pie, who's the quirkiest of them all. And I fucking hate that girl. I hate her. Whatever. But anyway, the best character is Weiss. Because I was watching this last night because I never watched it before, and I was watching it last night. And Weiss, this rich girl, the white one, is the greatest character because she's rich and she thinks she knows she's better
white.
than everyone.
She's white and perfect.
White power.
Yeah,
exactly.
White power indeed, my inevitable black gang member. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's a pretty cool show. I mean, you'll like the characters, although the animation, like if you're someone who can't get past like really clumsy animation, because it's a very small production. Like I don't know how many people worked on this.
It kind of reminds me of MMD, those like Japanese 3D models, and it's all I don't know.
Those music video things.
I don't like how it's animated that much.
Yeah, I mean, you'll probably get distracted. I mean, since it's such a small production company, they did their best. But I mean, it feels like you're watching a PlayStation 2 cutscene for like Ultimate Spider-Man, that cel-shaded game.
Yeah, well, then there was there was a Mad TV Spider-Man cartoon. It was like CGI and it looked really bad. It sucked. That's all I have to say about
the
it.
MTV one?
Yeah, with Patrick Harris.
Oh, they spent like a shit ton of money to get that show, and then they just burned it off because they knew it was like a terrible show.
Yeah,
It was like, I thought Spider-Man was a bad guy in the first episode because he just looked so evil.
It was a bad show. I think I've seen all the episodes of that show, but the best part of that whole show, because he said one of them, I forget in what conversation this was brought up, but it was basically like someone was like, "Figures, MJ, because you major in drama." I was like, "Oh, good one." That's the only thing I remember about that show.
That sounds almost as bad as Gotham's like dialogue. Anybody see Gotham on Fox?
I just call that Batman Kids.
The kids' dialogue is so awful.
Are you an angel?
Yeah, it's
Space Angel.
It gets that bad, honestly.
Oh, now this is pod racing. Oh.
Now this is pod racing.
Oh,
Andy, you better get out of there. Oh.
what were we even talking about? Oh yeah, so RWBY was pretty cool, very limited, but still you'll like the characters. I mean, it's very distracting with all the limitations, but it's really cool. From what I've seen so far, I saw like the first 12 episodes, I think. I mean, it's kind of like, it's a mini series. It's kind of like Star Wars, the Clone Wars, where they're very bite-sized, and which I really like that aspect of it. But yeah.
So wait, so it's like the whole series about them practicing with their weapons and stuff?
Well, they go to like, it's basically like your shonen anime.
Do anyone chop off their arm like on accident when playing with their fucking swords and whatever?
It could be. I mean, it's kind of that'd be a pretty interesting. Like if they went to like, I mean, the whole show is like Naruto or a Soul Eater, where they're in a school and they had to learn to fight. I mean, it's like going to like grenade school. Like, not all those kids are gonna survive. I mean, you ever see Magic School Bus?
No, I just imagine the teacher. Okay, so this is how you pull out the pin. Okay, class, any questions?
Oh, fuck.
And then the class doesn't raise their hand. They just stare, and he goes, come on now. I know somebody has to have a...
I like that Simpsons joke where the guy's holding him the grenade and go, and this is for Skinny Boy Pete. Yeah, he wasn't so bad. Yeah, and Mark down at the malt shop, and then it's like the grenade explodes.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay,
RWBY.
and elaborate why you hate the pink hair girl. 'Cause I don't.
She's so
why?
LOL random and funny. I hate her. She's like,
Oh, she's DeviantArt.
look, yeah, she doesn't have a care in the world. Look at me. I'm fucking. What's her? I don't know what her name was.
So she's like DeviantArt the character, basically.
Nora. Yeah, Nora. I hate Nora. She sucks. Look at me. Like I just wanted to chop her up. Wait, never mind. Never mind.
Oh, what?
Open?
Whoa.
Wait,
whoa.
no.
Oh man, go on.
Never
You wanna do
mind.
what to her?
That's not.
You wanna
Is this
do
turning
what
into
to
gore
this,
porn?
to this innocent teenage girl who's underage?
I'm pretty sure they're 18. You know, they're meant to be waifu material from what I assume.
Oh, God, I walk in and you're having this conversation
Look.
already. Jesus.
Things can seem out of context sometimes. But,
Oh, out of context, huh? Jesus Christ, you pedophile.
look,
Every time I search up, there's something about cookies.
I'm assuming these characters
They're
are
like
all 18 because, like, if you've seen Monty Oum's work, he loves waifu. He has a lot of waifu material, so it's just my assumption, you know. So yeah, Nora's the worst. Weiss is the best. The white girl. There's still several other animators, but I don't know what's gonna happen. But whatever, they'll figure something out.
It's really funny because when somebody dies, like that works on something, the fans always go, oh, is the show gonna be okay?
I remember do you remember during the tsunami in Japan a couple years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember on Tumblr, like, I saw a gif of, like, there's a tsunami in Japan, but what's gonna happen to all my anime? And it's a gif of that scene from the Pokemon movie where Pikachu is crying.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
That was like when, what was it, Harold Ramis died, and then Sony Pictures, like, the day of, put out a press release, like, but don't worry, there'll still be a third Ghostbusters movie. I was like,
Yeah.
dude, you couldn't have waited till tomorrow.
Wow. Oh. Terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna reboot Ghostbusters now. It's gonna be a complete different reboot, like Ghostbusters with chicks. You know who they should bring back is the goth girl from Extreme Ghostbusters.
I don't even remember that show.
They don't know what that is. They don't remember.
Okay, so
I'm sure it'll...
in the late 90s, there was a cartoon series called Extreme Ghostbusters. And they had a goth girl and a guy in a wheelchair.
Wheelchair to the extreme! And then he goes off a cliff.
Oh.
Wheelchair to the extreme, and then he gets his stairs and he looks and he's sad.
Oh. Oh.
Or like that episode where he had to catch the ghost of his working legs.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh. This is the worst podcast ever.
This is the best.
I actually think this is a really good one.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I
It's
think
my first time on, and this is just the most hilarious thing.
I apologize to Ghostbusters, Monty, the Rooster Teeth family, people in wheelchairs, for everyone in this podcast. Oh.
I apologize. I don't apologize for the movie The Judge, because it's bad.
We don't.
I would just like,
Stop judging
to
it.
say
Give
for
it a break.
everybody who's offended from this podcast, oh well.
Oh.
Yeah, stop judging me like Robert Duvall judged Robert Downey Jr. because they learned that judging gets us nowhere.
If anyone has any,
You be the judge.
if anyone has any complaints about this show, if whatever was said, please, everyone's Tumblrs are in the description, so please be sure to send.
not
some
mine.
email.
I'm deleting mine.
Please send your dirty diapers to our inboxes. Thank you.
Don't have any dread judgments. Oh,
nobody gives a shit.
What are we talking
I came
about?
up with that.
I forgot.
Are we talking about?
Hey, Paleo, how do you enjoy being on the
cartoons?
podcast?
It's great.
So,
Should we talk about Homestar? Or
hey, let's talk about web cartoons. Homestar Runner, that's like the classic internet cartoon ever. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I watched that all the time in middle school.
I never watched it.
I remember when my sister was friends with this one girl, Kitty Corner, from our house. That I was in their basement playing Super Mario 64, and they were watching Homestar Runner. No, and I specifically remember I was at the endless stairway, and I spent the whole time, like a whole 10 minutes, trying to walk up, and I was like, "Why can't I do it? Why can't I get up there?
You dumbass.
I want to get up there."
So they just trapped you in the basement and saying you're not allowed to be up here until you beat Mario 64.
No escape from the endless staircase. Oh, but yeah.
But Homestar was huge. It was just like an industry unto itself because they not only had the Homestar show, they had Strong Bad Emails, and then off of Strong Bad Emails, they had Teen Girl Squad, and I'm sure I'm forgetting several other shows that they made also.
Yeah, I mean, I never got into Homestar Runner. I watched it every so often, and I was watching some last night along with RWBY, and I was like, watching Homestar Runner, I'm like, what is going on? I can't understand anyone's voices. I'm so confused.
One of the runner works on Gravity Falls now.
Yeah, the creator of Homestar Runners, like, what does he do now? I don't know, what a story supervisor?
He writes, I know he writes for them. I don't know what else he does, but I know he's written a few or helped write a few episodes.
Yeah, he said he was also going to return and make more Homestar Runner.
There was a recent episode that came out, the Halloween episode last year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Halloween episodes were like huge. It was like I remember when they would premiere during the early 2000s, and everyone was like, "Oh, did you see what they dressed up as? Did you see what they did?" It was just like bigger than any like show on TV. It was kind of like the first.
It's all over LiveJournal.
Yeah, well, actually, yeah, that's true.
This was like before YouTube, so like it was its own Flash website, and it wasn't anywhere else. It was there. So, and the funny thing is that Homestar actually has a YouTube channel now, and that's where they uploaded the new Halloween cartoon. But they also uploaded it to their own site.
You're either on Newgrounds or you're on your own site, and that's it. There's no YouTube.
Yeah.
No, there wasn't. You had to do both, and it was like you had to decide, like, does it go on Newgrounds first or does it go on your site first? And like everyone had a different distribution system then. Since I did both those things.
Hey, remember there was a video game of Homestar Runner on the Wii Shop channel?
Yeah, it was also on Steam.
I thought it was on XBLA too.
Well, I don't know.
I always saw it, but I never wanted to buy it. I'm like, is this a game? Is this like a cartoon? What is this?
It's a point and click, pretty much.
Yeah, point and click games like Sam & Max or Heavy Rain, those kind of games, like Beyond Two Souls, that stuff.
If only we could have gotten a point and click game based off of Badger, Mushroom.
Oh,
Oh, those were the best. Oh,
Albino Black Sheep, was it?
How many of those videos? They made a couple of those videos. Like I remember there's like 3 of them at one point. I don't know if they made more, but now they have 12-hour cuts of them on YouTube.
Wow!
So that you can really watch them in infinite loops.
They also did this short loop called Pooh and Wee, I think. I remember
that one.
My friend showed me it, and he got a huge kick out of it, and I was like, okay.
What?
Oh, didn't they do Magical Trevor? Do you remember Magical? Does anyone remember that?
Go on.
Magical Trevor, it's like, I could even sing, it's like something, Magical Trevor. I actually named a turtle after that cartoon, because I had a turtle named Trevor.
Oh, wow.
And that's the turtle in the Knock Force videos. Is the turtle? That was that turtle. And but I was like so into the Magical Trevor, I watched it like, oh god, I didn't even think of that until just now. I would have rewatched it before this, but they were
What the heck
just
is
really.
Yeah.
Oh
that's
yeah,
enough.
let's talk about Knock Force. Hey,
I heard of this really weird webcomic or web show, Knock Force, but it sounded really stupid.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's what?
I think I met this guy once on the podcast. It was like Ian Jones Cordy or something was his name.
Whoa, wait a minute. Wait, never mind. Wait, I was gonna say.
Nolan just completely stole your joke.
Fuck you! Everything's ruined. Okay,
This
wait,
is Kansas hated podcast. Breakfast is ruined.
Jim, you kind of sound like one of those guys on Knock Force.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my brother.
Oh my god! Wait, I just realized. Are you Ian Jones Cordy?
We already made that joke,
Yeah.
Pan.
I'm gonna cut yours out as mine had preparation.
Oh yeah, no, it's me. I sure didn't go to Cal Arts. I don't know. But
Oh
I get it. I don't know why none of you guys got
this
that.
joke
but-
this joke doesn't work because I've been on the podcast before and we've talked about me being in Knock Force.
Yeah.
Don't worry. No one watched the past episode.
It's
Jim happens to be
awful.
white, while Ian Jones Cordy happens to be black. So, there's also that.
no!
Diversity.
Wait, did you just call me white?
Yeah, white cracker.
No, but it.
You go down to the store. You go into the dairy aisle. This cheese would go good with me because I'm a cracker.
I never heard that one. Who goes to the store just for cheese?
I do.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Were you getting other things? Did you need toilet paper?
One time
No, I just needed cheese.
One time at 11, I was really hungry, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go out and get some puffy Cheetos. So I went out with my
Wait, was this 11 p.m. or were you 11 at the time?
11 p.m. Like a year ago, like last year. This is a story.
okay.
So
Okay.
so I walked down to my grocery store in like short shorts and flip flops, and like just like I'm going to get some Cheetos. And I walk in, and I'm going to the aisle, and this guy stops me and goes, "Hey," and I'm like, "Hey," and then we just start talking, and he's just kind of like, "Yeah, I'm just down here in North Carolina trying to get on a trip, but my car broke down," and I'm like, "Uh-huh." And then I'm just like, I'm just here for some Cheetos. And he just eventually talks, and he's like, there's this party later if you want to come, because, he kind of leans into me and goes, "You're pretty cute." And I'm like, "Wait, what?" And keep in mind, I'm wearing like a t-shirt, like shorts and flip-flops, and I look horrible in this 11 p.m. And I'm like, "Well, what?" And he goes, and he also talked about how he was like an ex-Navy SEAL or something. And I'm like, did a Navy SEAL hit on me? In the
Oh,
Navy.
Nolan, you missed your one chance to lose your virginity. Damn it. It never will come up again.
I went home looking around my shoulder, and I took a different route because I was like, I don't want a Navy SEAL stalking me.
Yeah, I don't think you were gonna come home from that party.
Oh my God, Jim, that's scary.
Or you would have
be
walked.
deported.
You would have woken up in a motel room in a tub of ice with a note that said, "Please go to a hospital immediately. We have taken some of your organs." You guys haven't heard of that before?
Yeah, I heard of
That's never happened to you before?
Not again.
Jim, how many organs have you lost?
I don't know, but I I don't have very many left. I'm surprised I'm still functioning, really. I only have like 0 lungs. I'm not sure how this is all working.
Every morning, I wake up and break my bones. I have skin made of glass.
Hey, so yeah, Knock Force.
Yeah, talk about that, Jim.
Yeah.
So what was that like being a web series?
Explain what Knock Force is.
Yep.
Well, you see, Knock Force was
Okay, Ian Jones, Cordy, please let
No,
your
it
friend
was-
Jim talk about it.
It was fun. It was
okay.
just us.
Knock Force
It was
okay.
actually, what's funny? It was kind of like recording these podcasts because we would just sit around and talk for an hour, and then I would go through the recording and cut out the parts that were funny and short, and then I would send him a folder that'd be like recording on whatever day it was, and he'd get a folder of like sometimes 8, sometimes not very many because we wouldn't be that funny, stuff like that. But then there was like 10 quickies from a recording, and then others there'd be one or none at all because it just wasn't great material, So, but that's kind of, and then he would animate them, and it was all in Flash, which is kind of the web cartoon staple. Probably not as much now though, but at the time it was like from the beginning till then, it was like all Flash.
Hey, yeah, how did Ian make those Flash cartoons anyway?
He had like one of those monitors that you can draw on and stuff. What is it?
Like
whatever that is.
That was mostly a joke.
Yeah, I think it was a Centec at the time, and then he would do the drawings, and then he would send me. I did the mouth, because I did lip sync. Because that was like my one skill as an animator, is I can do lip sync pretty well, and so I would do that, and then I'd send them back, and I'd make a song at the end. And it would kind of all come together on a Sunday. It was like he would kind of work on it on Saturday, but sometimes it would just be us like trying to get it out by Sunday, and so then we could watch Adult Swim at night. Sometimes we were not as successful, but most of the time, that's how it worked out,
Did you ever have fans go, "Where's my Knock Force? You guys are lazy. I'm gonna unsubscribe."
Nobody, no, because there wasn't. I didn't get any of those, I don't think, but we were pretty good at keeping a schedule, but it's hard doing a scheduled thing like a cartoon. Like doing web videos and stuff's a little easier, but like that, it's a little harder because you were always like, we were both had jobs and stuff. So it was like you have to do that and this other thing. So, but it was a lot of fun. Like, no regrets. And and I can tie it into another web cartoon person. So to continue this topic on, because what's his name? The guy who did a bonus stage did one.
Oh yeah, B.S. Matthew.
3 friends become the guinea pig of a brilliant inventor. The goal, to create the greatest webtoon of all time. They failed. Now witness the failure. Bonus stage!
Oh, because he did the one. He actually did the Knock Force episode because we did I guess it was a podcast, but no one called them podcasts then. And where I make the Abomination joke, and then he animated that. But it was kind of like the coolest thing ever, because when I was doing Flash cartoons, I always thought Bonus Stage was like the top cartoon at the time. So it was like Ian was like, "Oh yeah, I actually know him, and he just did this," and I was like, "Whoa, awesome!" It was cool.
Totally radical, dude.
So yeah,
but I've never met him. He just animated something that my voice was in.
Yeah. I mean, so basically Knock Force is 2 guys talking, and it's a conversation, and people talk over it, and that's what it is. Which,
yeah,
how I discovered it. I don't know, I just stumbled on it. Huh.
I mean, it was probably during the... Was it over the summer?
I think so, like during the summer, a little before Comic-Con.
Yeah, because I re-put out because a fan messaged me I guess a year ago now, was like, "Hey, can I have the Knock Force music?" And the fans would kind of like it, and I was like, "Okay, I'll figure this out." And so I put it all out, and then Ian and I reconnected because he saw I was reposting it. So it was kind of a nice, worked out. And then I met you guys, and life's a little better.
Yay!
Well, life got a little worse, to be honest.
Ouch.
Well, but it was, I don't know. I'm still proud of it. So
yeah, I actually tried.
No regrets.
I actually tried contacting Ian Jones just to get on the podcast. No response.
And then we can have Knock Force reunion.
I mean, he's not. I can't get that. I've talked to him a couple times, but I know he's super busy. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't really say
too
why.
busy for friendship.
But if he's ever in New York, we're gonna try to reconnect. So maybe I'll bring it up.
Yeah,
but we'll see.
Yeah, for anyone who don't know listening to this, Ian now works on Steven Universe as a, I think, production designer. I forget what.
I'm pretty sure
He's the animation director.
Animation director and also a storyboard artist. Also, he voices Wallow on Bravest Warriors. That guy. Yeah, I talked about Knock Force in the top 10 animated bands video.
Yeah, which was a really cool. You did a good job on that.
Yeah.
Not just because I'm in it, but
A true honor from
only because he's in it.
Yeah, that's the only reason. So, yeah, let's talk about...
no, I liked it because, well, anyway, yeah.
Well, I just it kind of it always bothers me when I find something really cool and it's like, no, why does no one remember this? There's not as much fans for this thing. You know that feeling?
Yeah. I just because I think it had been gone and a lot of the stuff you couldn't find. So it was kind of like right when you found it was when it kind of had it had a resurgence recently. It's like a little more popular now.
Yeah, if I keep promoting it, hopefully.
A year ago.
I should actually link to Knock Force also in the description of this podcast, just to show people more Knock Force.
Yeah, if they want to.
Show people Knock Force with force, if you know what I'm saying.
Nolan, you're fired.
I'm gonna bust a nut by force.
No, you just throw a brick into their window and they're like, what the fuck? And there's a piece of paper wrapped around it. You open it up and it just says, go watch Knock Force.
Oh,
faggot.
yeah. You gave me all the... Yeah, Jim mailed me all these stickers of Knock Force in a DVD-R of Knock Force. So I can just post these around places. Or a brick and throw
Oh, no, you know that's funny? I just found that DVD by coincidence when I was putting that envelope together. Yeah. And I was like, oh, shit, well, this is just collecting dust. I'll send it to somebody who might like it.
Is that the same DVD that you had, at bars?
No, we would make a ton of DVDs. There was stacks and stacks of them, and I would just have some in my pocket and I would leave it at a bar and stuff like that. But that was one specifically made because my mom didn't trust YouTube for a couple of years because it would give the computer viruses, according to her. So I had to she was like, I can't watch it on the computer. The viruses will come and the pornography. The internet scares me. Just send me a DVD. I know how that works. You put it in, you hit play, or, you got to put the disc in. I've made that mistake before. But yeah, I had to do that a lot. So I had to make her a DVD. And then she'd be like, it seems funny, but some of the jokes, I don't know, Jim. Because my mom's Jewish, I guess.
I didn't know that you were Jewish.
I'm not, but my mom is.
Yeah, but let's talk about, since you mentioned it, Bonus Stage. Anyone remember Bonus Stage?
Oh yeah, Sonic. If you get enough.
Pan, we'll keep talking about it, but I just want to let you know, you can't avoid it.
What?
It's coming. What? You know.
Well, the end of the judge.
You can't swap the hard drives.
No.
We're talking about that after this. It's coming. Yes.
No.
So tell
what's going on.
So before the rapture comes, what were you talking about, Pan?
This music in the background is making this all really touching.
You can make this more dramatic. Pan, we believe in you. You can do it.
We can't swap the hard drives.
We can't swap the hard drives.
Bonus Stage. It's kind of like in the style of Aqua Teen or Billy and Mandy, where it's very sarcastic and it's very dialogue driven. Did anyone see Bonus Stage?
Aqua Teens works because there's a limited animation, they barely move.
Yeah.
At all.
That's kind of how you had to be back then, though, is because when I was watching all these older Flash cartoons, I was thinking, the reason you couldn't animate anything that much is because that would take a lot longer and you didn't want to spend a month on one episode. So everyone just made everything dialogue driven. Mm-hmm. And so it was kind of like early animation, in the early early silent film where they, it's they would just stand there for way too long. But Bonus Stage was better at it because they had funny dialogue and stuff. But there's a lot of awkward animation in the early 2000s. I can imagine kids would have a hard time watching it now. They'd be like, why would anyone watch this? But Bonus Stage was good at it.
Yeah, the animation was very solid. It still looks a lot better than a lot of other cartoons at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the bonus stages in Sonic.
Fuck you.
I think they're lame.
I probably should have rewatched bonus stage for this video because I can barely remember a lot of things.
I watched a few, but it was like I couldn't remember because that had a flash site. Also, everyone had a flash site then, and then you would upload to Newgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
But the cool thing about Newgrounds that's totally from internet video now is if you just posted a video on Newgrounds, it would just get a couple thousand views just because you were a cartoon and that's it. It was just like that easy. It was amazing. Like you can't do that just for simply existing. No one's gonna just watch your crap now. But at the time there wasn't Netflix or anything. So like I remember I posted a cartoon on Newgrounds, went to class, came back 3-4 hours later, and like several thousand people had watched something, and I was like, holy shit, that's crazy. But like now you couldn't, unless you had a following, you can't do that. And like bonus stage I thought posted a little bit on Newgrounds, but they kind of had their own site and they were fine, you know.
Music in the background kind of reminds me of church. Because it's really
God
sad.
damn it, Judge, you ruined this podcast. Robert Downey Jr., you did nothing good to us.
What part in the Judge are they at right now?
He's spinning the chair and looking at it.
Whoa.
Wow, this movie, doesn't this movie sound good, guys? Doesn't it?
Yeah, he's literally just looking at a spinning chair, and it's been like this for the past 30 seconds.
Did Robert Duvall go to jail yet? Oops, spoilers.
Oh, great. I was about to buy the DVD, buy the Blu-ray.
Okay, credits are rolling now.
It's over. And then it ends.
One second. Dad, come over here.
What's going on?
We need to get your opinion on the Pizza Party podcast.
Pizza Party?
Yes, come here.
I like the end line of the movie is Robert Downey Jr. going like, I think I misjudged you all.
No.
He was all like, at the end of the movie, he was like, not guilty.
I kept acting like I was an Iron Man.
Okay,
but
hold on.
really,
So real quick, Dad, what did you think of the incest subplot in The Judge?
what?
I guess you missed that part. Well, that was a real anticlimactic joke. God damn it.
That was an anticlimactic joke, just like the movie The Judge.
Oh.
The judge is guilty.
The Judge is guilty.
Fuck. But
Come on.
hey, Newgrounds. Did you guys have a favorite game on Newgrounds? What? What?
You know what we need to talk about.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, bonus stage.
Control
Oh, yeah,
Alt
the
Delete.
I forgot to swap the hard drives.
Tim
Oh,
Bogan,
God.
Lord and Savior, has finally come to give us the website.
I was about to make another bonus stage joke, and you fucking fucked it up.
Control Alt Delete.
I was about to talk about how Sonic. I was about to talk about Sonic's 2 bonus stage for getting the 6 Chaos Emeralds bullshit, but whatever.
Okay,
Let's
so
go.
Control Alt Delete is this webcomic about this guy who's an asshole, and it's most infamously known for this scene where he's running into the hospital. I mean, it's this. Okay, so it's supposed to be this wacky, zany comic about video games and how his Xbox is alive, and he's just a jerk to his roommates. And then it just gets into this plot about how his wife has a miscarriage.
Wow, sounds funny.
Lost.jpg.
That's what it's called, Lost JPEG.
It's not. It's obviously it's not funny because of the subject matter. It's funny because of it's in a gaming webcomic.
It's so out of context.
They made jokes like, "Have you heard about video games?" and the guy have his arms up.
I think that was edited.
I don't think so.
But eventually, Control Alt Delete goes into this post-apocalyptic future subplot where his wacky, zany robot roommate, who's an Xbox, turns on them, and they overtake the world, and he's got to fight back with this resistance, and it's very serious.
They didn't even make one Halo joke.
Yeah, the first joke in Control-Alt-Delete. Excuse me, sir. Can I play Halo on my PS2? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't speak, stupid. Oh.
He's nutty. Oh, yeah. I mean, like, somehow he got an animation team called Blind Ferret to do an animated series, and judging by the animation, I assume a blind ferret did the animation.
Oh! You totally judged them.
Fuck everything. But I think the animated show could have been funny. It's just how awkward everything's executed. All the timing feels so off, and everything's so floaty.
There was one thing where like he needs to learn how to cook, and he was like, "Hey, the phone is disconnected. I need to get food. Anyone? I'm so hungry."
Yeah. No, the joke is like he can't cook, and if like the phone was disconnected and like he couldn't order anything, he wouldn't be able to survive. And then his girlfriend's like, well, his survival instincts will kick in and he can cook something. And then it cuts to him just clawing at the fridge and he goes, so hungry. And then she's like, God damn it. And then he goes and he's talking to the phone. He goes, phone people, will you bring me food? It's so horrible.
Yeah, it's like good ideas, horrible execution.
When Nolan described it, I kind of like the execution because of how.
I mean, it could have been a good idea in concept, but the comedy in the actual web cartoon is just awful.
Oh God, I'm looking at it now. Oh, this is. Oh.
What's the matter, Paleo? You don't like quality animation?
You don't like gaming jokes? You're not a real gamer, are you?
Yeah. What are you? A gamer-gator? Huh?
Wait.
Oh, let's talk about that CSI episode.
Damn it, Jim.
That sounds like the coolest thing ever. He's like, I'm an alligator. How can I play these video games with my weird thumbs? Whoop, whoop, whoop.
I can't believe you made a joke.
A gamer gator. Oh, I love Game Gator.
Oh yeah.
Gam Gator. Gamaguchi
Gamer Gator, yeah.
Not to be confused with Gamer Alligator.
What happened?
These guys, they just can't stand women in gaming.
What did they do to you?
They leveled up.
This is almost as bad as the time from Greg from The Completionist made a Gamergate joke at a panel and the whole room fell silent.
Oh, right. There was this. Okay, so there was this panel for like what's it called? NormalBoots?
Oh yeah, I watched that.
Okay, what was the question that somebody asked?
Yeah, like the question like had nothing to do with Gamergate at all.
And then Greg is like, I'm so funny. And he goes, it's about ethics in gaming journalism.
Yeah, he said like actually.
No, wait, okay, someone asked something, and then they said no, and then they just said, it's something like, it's about the ethics in journalism, and two people laughed.
No, it's about ethics in gaming journalism, and two people clapped, and then everybody else was just like, God damn it. That's more of the reason why I do not like The Completionists at all, because you get the air that they think they're so funny, but you know they're not, and it's like you're not in on the joke that they're not funny.
What is this? The Pizza Party Podcast?
I mean,
round of applause for Ken, everybody. Come on, give it up.
That was good. Good.
You can't just say a meme with no context and make it funny. It's like saying
waffles.
No, it's like opening the door for someone and then they walk through the door and you say totally trolled. Like it doesn't make any sense.
No, it's like, especially when it was dead silence, it's like you open the door, they punch you in the face, and they go, well, who is that for?
Wait, is Gamergate, is that still going on, or is that over?
Oh my God, it's still going on.
According to CSI, it is.
Yeah. Oh God.
That episode.
I tried to
wait. There was an episode of CSI where they solved Gamergate?
It wasn't CSI. No. It was Law and Order Special Victims Unit.
Yeah.
What? Oh my God, I have to see this.
There's a supercut on YouTube of like 9 minutes of the scenes, and the scenes are hilarious.
I would just like to say, I truly wanted to remain neutral on Gamergate, but when Law and Order SVU came out, I just went pro. I don't give a shit. It was so funny.
Yeah, it was very funny.
I won't.
There's a scene where like a cop is like this isn't a game, and then the other guy comes out and he's like, actually, this isn't like a video game, and then this other guy comes out.
That guy goes, yes, it is.
He's like, actually, it's the same, and it like the camera pans to like the front of the gun where it looks like a first person shooter.
So it's like the movie Doom.
One of them.
No. Okay, this is really fucked up, but it's so funny because of the execution. So, they're playing. They kidnapped the Anita Sarkeesian stand-in, the person who's supposed to be like Anita Sarkeesian but isn't. And these terrorists, they're wearing masks and everything. They have guns and they're filming like an ISIS video, and like and then they're like beating her up, and then like they're undoing their pants, and it's like, oh shit, no. But then the cheesiest like word art title card goes, level complete.
Oh,
what?
Yeah, they
well, not Law and Order episode without rape.
It's like Scott Pilgrim, where they have their own like level stats and whatever, and text that pops out.
Yeah. When they're about to rape her, it goes level complete.
Oh.
And then earlier, it's like this misogynistic gamer like fucks a girl in the bathroom, and she comes out and she's crying. This one person goes, "Oh my god, what happened? Are you okay?" And she goes, "No, that guy just leveled up."
Yeah, like they leveled up.
What the
Wait,
fuck?
oh my god.
What the fuck?
It's hilarious.
I thought she was gonna say, "No, I got owned by a dude" or something.
What is wrong? Like, okay, and the thing at the end is Ice-T. That's the guy, right? Ice-T.
Yeah, Ice-T. Yeah,
actor and rap. I think was he a rapper?
Yes, he was.
He's terrible.
Okay,
go on.
Ice-T says the thing that separates me from them is I can tell the difference between reality and fantasy.
See, I know the difference between video games and reality. Those guys didn't.
It's my son, Anthony. He's away at college.
Does he play video games?
Yes, why?
Where? Where does he play?
Yeah, it also mentions Kotaku. He's like, I played Civilization 5 with the Lost World expansion pack.
I know. I read on Kotaku that it's better than Civ 5 with the Brave New World expansion pack.
I read on Kotaku about the Civ 5 expansion pack.
Well, did you hear? First off, to defend Ice-T, if you think you should listen to the song Colors, which is a really good song that he did, but also, he did a book on tape about Dungeons and Dragons, where they have celebrities read chapters on Dungeons and Dragons, and Ice-T was one of them.
My favorite part of that whole thing is when Ice-T caught the guy and he was like, "Game over."
Yeah,
did he really say that?
I just linked the supercut.
I hope so.
It's like all the good funny scenes that are in it. It's just 9 minutes long.
I'll link to it in the description. But speaking of Dungeons and Dragons, this reminds me of this movie in the 70s, I think, featuring young Tom Hanks. It was called Mazes and Monsters, about...
Oh, I've wanted to see that for forever.
Yeah, young Tom Hanks decides to play Mazes and Monsters, this Dungeons and Dragons game, and people start thinking he's like a Satanist or something, and soon he's like envisioning like real life mixing with the fantasy world, and at the very end, he goes up to the Twin Towers and he's about to jump because... to enter like another void or something. And his friends come along to stop him and they say, "You can't jump, that'll break the game. I'm the dungeon master."
Robbie! Pardue, what are you doing? Going to join the Great Hall. You can't, it's a trap. I have spells. I'm going to fly. You don't have enough points. I am the maze controller. Maze control? Yes. And I have absolute authority in this game. Game? Game. Game. TJ, what am I doing here? Kate, why can't I remember?
The friend you can turn to.
It's like, "You're the dungeon master? Oh my god," and he starts crying.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I thought we were gonna talk about like Dungeons and Dragons, like the actual movie that happened.
That did happen.
There was a cartoon show.
Oh, I remember that.
In the 80s, which was not that great.
For some reason, in the early 2000s, they played that on Fox Kids. I don't know why.
Wait, the 80s cartoon?
Yeah, for some reason. I don't know why.
That's weird.
Yeah, some kids enter... Basically what happens, some kids are on a roller coaster, and then they enter the roller coaster, and they end up in Dungeon World or whatever.
Dungeon World?
Oh...
Go on.
Yeah, but that ice...
Oh God, this podcast went into the fucking trash.
But yeah, if you felt...
It went into the portal of amazingness, is what I call my trash can.
If you feel Ice-T... If you lost respect for Ice-T in this SVU episode of Law & Order, watch the movie Tank Girl. It's based on a comic by the guy who drew Gorillas, Jamie Hewlett, and it's something.
Yeah,
Please leave your thoughts on Ice-T in the comments below.
It better be all hate mail, or you're all blocked.
Hey, I don't like Ice-T now, but the song Colors is pretty cool.
Yeah.
He's like colors.
I love Ice-T.
Colors.
Purple, green, yellow,
blue, orange, red, colors. Color. It was crazy at the time because no one had actually listed all the colors in a song before.
Magnets.
It was groundbreaking.
Whoa. Magnets, how do they work?
Hey, that's not cool. That's Insane Clown Posse. That's not Ice-T. Ice-T was considered kind of he's the guy who kind of the forefather of gangster rap, actually.
Damn.
And he was in the first Break-In. I don't think he was in Break-In 2, but I know he was in the first Break-In, which you should check out.
Hold on.
Oh shit, I have to get a call. Hold on.
Oh, man. Yeah, so this
No, I'm joking. That wasn't my phone.
Okay, I thought it was.
That sounded like someone called the doctor's office.
Hey.
Hello, this is the doctor's
That sounds like
office.
the most generic ringtone ever.
Yeah, but hey, web cartoons. That's what we're discussing.
Oh, did you ever see, speaking of web cartoons, and this is at least a good story to talk about, the web cartoon Trey Parker and Matt Stone made?
Damn fundraisers.
What?
Damn fundraiser calling my house. I don't got no money.
What?
We don't like your kind of people here.
They made a cartoon, and it was about like this cute little dog, and they got paid a ridiculous amount of money to do it, but it was so like offensive and stuff. It only lasted 2 episodes. I mean, I can describe what happened to it. I forget the name of it, but basically, like, there's this cute little dog. I think its name was like Smuffy or something, and it was like. And then she walks in and sees the couple that she lives with, like the girl giving the guy like a hand job or something.
Oh,
and then
I actually watched that very recently.
Okay, well, you can probably...
Yeah.
Okay, what happened to it? Because it's been like 10 years for me. Princess.
Yes, it's called Princess. Yeah.
But they were paid. This was like when websites were... This was pre-even Newgrounds, and it was a big deal to have them do a web cartoon. They didn't do... I think they only did 2 because they paid them all this money, and then they saw it, the website saw it, and they're like, never mind, we don't want to do it anymore. But they still got, like, I think a couple $1 million or something. Oh. Anyway, describe the cartoon.
Yeah, so like the cartoon, yeah, it's like the girl giving the guy a hand job, and then like he like watches he just can't get it up, and he watches this like TV show about on like HGTV of like this guy doing interior design, and then he comes, and then like what blows the girl's head off, and then like he's just like, oh no, Princess, what am I gonna do? And it's just the dog's like, "Meow." And that's it. That's the end of the cartoon.
Wow.
Sounds familiar.
Wow.
It was like, but I don't know the whole story, but I remember like whatever site it was, because they were trying to do web cartoons in like 2000, like in the year 2000, and then it didn't really work out because no one had a computer good enough to load the cartoons.
Yeah.
So like they had one called
The internet was
Queer
still
Duck,
like 56K, so
yeah, it was like not really working out, but they tried. They were just way too early. you know.
Yeah, I mean, one of the earliest web shows.
Never lose hope.
One of the earliest web shows that I can actually remember is the Classic Game Room. Like, they still make videos now, but it's just one guy, Mark, from the Classic Game Room. But originally, it was just two guys, and they were just discussing video games, and they reviewed them. And it was video in like 1999 and 2000, which I don't know how that was done at that time, because that must have taken forever to load and upload online.
No, it took like, because I used to watch like, I don't know if they're still around, but Atom Films. And in the 90s, you basically would you would let it start loading and then go into another room, pretty much watch an entire movie or something, and then come back and it would be like 52%. You'd be like, ah!
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Or there was like a claymation kid, like Ugly Kid Seymour or something. I don't see. This is like some of these I can't remember their names because they're so long ago, and I didn't get to see that many episodes because it took so long to load in the pre-broadband internet days.
Yeah, early internet was painful because what did people do before YouTube? But going back to Newgrounds, did you guys have a favorite Flash game on Newgrounds?
Well, didn't they made a
Bush
video
in the
game?
face.
Didn't they? They made a video game.
Yeah, Alien Hominid. That's what I was going to talk about.
Remember that? The Alien Hominid?
Yeah, Alien Hominid.
They also made the Room game.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I was going to talk about Punch President Obama.
But you guys remember Alien Hominid?
I remember it was fun. I haven't played it in a long time.
I mean, this was basically like Contra or Metal Slug, where you're just running around shooting guys in a 2D environment. And it was started out as a Flash game online, but then they got the money to make it into a GameCube and I think Xbox game, which I remember.
Yeah.
I remember going to a friend's house saying.
I think it's on PS2 as well.
I remember going to a friend's house saying, Why did you buy that game? It's available for free online. And I realized, oh wait, the GameCube one's completely different. Well, I mean, it's got the same basic.
Do you think like the kid was like, what? Are you serious? What?
I spent
what
$50 on a new game and it's online?
Fuck! I knew I should have.
Plus, it was like a 2D game, and like the 2D games on in the 6th generation, or at least for home consoles, were pretty rare.
Yeah, because like we weren't doing the retro. No one was into the retro thing at the time. Because like nowadays on Xbox Live and stuff, you can find dozens, hundreds of pixelated retro style games. But Alien Hominid was kind of the first to start doing that and bringing back that retro style of gaming to people. So it's like I guess this is like one of the first indie games to go on a console. Yeah.
It kind of made me, when I played Alien Hominid back then, I was like, man, I wish there was more 2D games, but now I'm like, please, no more 2D games.
No more.
I wonder what was the first indie game.
Well, I mean,
yeah,
I mean, there's games that have been made long before that were made by like one person. I mean, Atari, I don't know like a lot of those games were made by one person, I think.
Yeah, I know, but it was like considered the first indie, like true indie game that was dubbed indie.
I don't know.
Well, I know that like Cave Story was like made in 2004, and like that was made by that guy named Pixel, or like his company, I guess, named Pixel, and he he programmed it, did the art. Yeah, Cave Story. Like he programmed it, did the art, did the music. He did basically everything. So
yeah.
That was classic video games.
You haven't played Cave Story? No. Cave Story is great.
No.
Cave Story is fun.
Cave Story.
I never played it. Hey, web cartoons. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll talk about Flash games on another podcast. I think that may make for a good topic.
There was the one thing Newgrounds had a lot of, and it wasn't good, but it was pretty big, was all the clocks. They were strawberries with clocks on them. It was like a really popular Newgrounds cartoon.
Oh, yeah.
And then all the voices would be done by like robots and stuff. It was like not good at all, I don't think.
Okay. Yeah, I never watched that.
Sorry.
Although, and
We're supposed to talk about good web cartoons.
I mean, if you spend enough time on Newgrounds, like,
yeah, so let's talk about Carl on deleting.
yeah, Control Alt Delete, the best Flash cartoon ever. Oh, but but I don't know, if you spend enough time on Newgrounds, you'll find this. Everyone's seen the same thing. Like, you all seen those like stick figure fights?
Yeah, those were huge.
Yeah.
Animator versus animation.
That was classic internet. Just stick figure fights.
Oh yeah, I remember all of those.
Oh, and also remember, I think they were called Madness. It was just these gray, faceless guys with a X on their face shooting people.
Yeah, there was like supposed to be a face there, but there was never a face.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember one now.
Yeah.
That's good. 30-second bunnies. Do you know that one?
No.
30-second bunnies.
There were these.
remember that.
There were these bunnies where there was this thing, and it was actually made for the Stars channel, but they put it. They had a website for it. Now it's on YouTube, but they would just do an entire movie. But all the people were played by bunnies, and they would do it in 30 seconds. So they did like Jaws and Alien and Titanic.
Oh yeah,
all
that's
this
right.
stuff. It's actually a lot of fun, and I think the guy who, Bryan Singer, who did the X-Men, who's done like Days of Future Past and X-Men 2 and the first X-Men and Usual Suspects, he did a voice.
And Superman Returns.
Oh yeah, that's true. Let's not forget that one. And
What a classic.
and Jack the Giant Slayer. He did a voice for the Jaws episode because he's a big Jaws fan. But it's a cool cartoon. But I recommend having seen the movie before you do that, because then it literally spoils the entire movie. But I mean, maybe because I like movies is why I like that show. But I've seen like every episode several times.
Oh, that reminds me.
It's well animated.
That reminds me. Someone recreated the entire Star Wars film with text. Like.
Really?
Yeah. It's
What a loser.
Wait, what?
all of Star Wars in text. Like
What?
it's like
ASCII?
yeah, ASCII's, I guess. Basically, it's hard to explain.
Wow.
Like stick figures made out of O's and like dashes and stuff. So it's super low res.
Because they have that one where it's the crowdsourced Star Wars movie, Star Wars Uncut, and that had some cool animation in it. But the parts, I wish there was a crowdsourced animated movie, because that would really look cool. But when it's like people doing dumb stuff, I'm not as into it.
Yeah, that reminds me. Do you remember the movie
don't know.
Be Kind Rewind?
Yes.
Oh, God.
I
thought that was
want to
really
watch that. I
boring.
haven't seen it.
Yeah, I love
It's
Do you guys
good.
remember Click from Adam Sandler?
Yes.
No.
What a hit.
No.
You know what? I kind of like Click. I'm not gonna lie. Don't be judging me.
I liked it when it came out, I remember.
You're guilty. Oh my God.
No, you're guilty. I guess we've misjudged everyone. End of movie.
Do. That was the credit theme.
Now I don't even know.
This is kind of
Hey.
web cartoon / the judge episode.
Hey,
Judge the view.
but let's say you want to make your own Flash cartoon. If you don't have animation, you can use Go Animate.
Oh God.
Yeah.
What is that?
Basic.
What is
I had
that?
I had to do that.
Okay.
I had to do that for like a science class.
Oh.
And it was like we had all these great ideas, but none of us really wanted to do it. So we just had to ask it like the last 5 minutes before we had to present it. So yeah,
Basically,
that would happen.
Go Animate is like one of those make your own animations where everything's already done and the art style looks like Seth MacFarlane, and all you do is
Family Guy.
Family Guy, and you type in words and it comes out as Microsoft Sans, and it's so generic and poorly animated. But the kids, I think these are kids or maybe people in their 80s, and they're freaking crazy, and they make entire theatrical long movies with Go Animate.
I think like these are like 80-year-olds and like just really wanted to animate real bad, but they can't because their hand is so old, so they have to use Go Animate now.
Oh, that's sad.
They have arthritis.
I think that would Walt Disney would do if he was still alive today.
No. This reminds me like
No, he would
No, he just pay people money to animate for him. He's like, do this.
and then he put his name on it and be like, haha, now everyone thinks I did everything.
This reminds me, like, do you remember in the 90s there was always those PC games where there were like activity centers and they have your own animate your own episode, and they're like a bunch of stock animations of like characters walking or an explosion. They had one of Nickelodeon, but it was in 3D.
Yeah.
And had like Cat Dog and Rugrats, and the 3D looks so fucking awful. Nickelodeon Animation Studio, I think.
Oh, that reminds me of the Spider-Man thing that they had.
I'll link to that Spider-Man
Based
video.
off the Spider-Man cartoon.
I know what you're talking about. I'll link to that.
Is that where Threshold came from, do you think?
Threshold?
From Nickelodeon. Yeah, Threshold Studios, who did Food Fight.
Uh-oh.
I was trying to make a joke, but it fell flat on its ass.
Welcome to my life.
Man, I'm glad we got that Food Fight reference in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really needed that Food Fight reference in.
We can't do one without a Food Fight reference.
Every episode need to have at least like 1 or 3 Food Fight references.
Yeah.
Go animate with
Food Fight.
It's the future. Yeah.
Go animate, go.
Oh, what a terrible...
I think there's an animation.
Oh,
Like
hey.
you can make your Go animate like anime.
I didn't talk about my girlfriend's web show.
Who?
My you know.
Oh, who's that?
Zone.
You have one of those?
Zone's web cartoon, the ZTV.
You guys aren't dating.
Shut up!
I'm dating. What are you talking about?
So
I'm going out there. What are you talking about? What are you doing?
ZTV follows Zone Tan. Okay, so Zone is this person who makes animations, and they're pornography. They look, I mean, it's animated pornography, sometimes interactive flash cartoons of porn, but they're done so well, like of Teen Titans or My Life as a Teenage Robot, that they look just like the show. Like, you'd assume that this is an actual show, but it's actually fan-made by one person, I think, or maybe a group, I don't know. And
Zone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Zone,
that's you right now.
Zone's Tan.
Dick sucker.
Zone Sama's the person, but Zone Tan is their mascot, this purple-haired girl, and she does this web show on YouTube where she talks about what she does and talks about making porn, and it's a news show, and I don't know what it's about exactly. I just listen to her, and she's great.
It's just like, I'm working on this and this.
Yeah.
Fan questions. Haha, dick sucking. Whatever.
Don't insult her. She's...
I'm gonna start off all I want.
Leave her alone. Oh, fuck. I was gonna break this bottle.
See, that's what you get. I hate you right now. You deserve that.
I was gonna break this bottle, like, to show my anger. I have this glass bottle. Hang on. I'm not gonna clean this up. Never mind. Anyway, so you
don't break a bottle, you idiot. That's.
I don't know.
Are you really about to kill me?
I need to practice like breaking open a bottle, and when the time comes, you know.
What time will come when you need to break open a glass?
One day there could be a bar fight that I might get in for doing.
When would you ever?
You'll end up breaking the bottle and getting glass in your eye.
Oh, my arm.
Tell me. No, he wear glasses.
Oh.
I think.
Oh, I didn't wear my safety goggles today.
Pan probably wears goggles to try to conceal his identity. He's like, he wears those big Naruto goggles, and he's like, God, I hope nobody finds out who I am.
You never know. I could break open a bottle.
I don't know why. I'm imagining like you're in like a bar fight now, and you're really trying to break this glass thing, and people are just walking up toward you, like balding up their fists, about to punch you, and you're still trying to break it, and fell.
Hang on, let me put on my safety goggles first.
We put on like safety goggles, some gloves. All right, I'm ready to fight.
Let's do this, bro.
Fire.
Yeah, ZTV. Maybe she'll put me on that thing.
You mean she'll put me on the thing because?
Yeah, she hasn't done. Zone 10 hasn't made a new episode in like forever, so I don't know. Maybe in a couple of years she'll make another one. You know, she's fine and dandy. Yeah, other web cartoons, huh? No, you know any other ones?
We got nothing. Let's transition using the Full House theme to the questions.
So I guess for now that's enough web cartoons, and maybe some other time we'll discuss.
Everywhere you look.
Maybe some other time we'll discuss more web cartoons and shows, or flash cartoons, or games, or whatever. So let's get into the questions.
You better transition with the Full House theme.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, evening TV. You miss your old familiar friend
Man, the Holocaust sure was something. Oh, you're still not
So,
recording.
questions.
Wow,
If anybody
Holocaust. What?
If anybody has any questions, be sure to post them in the YouTube comments, and be sure to start out your question with the word question so it's easier to find. So let's get into the first one by Vinyl Gregory. Question: my school is doing Shrek the musical for our school play, and I don't know how to deal with this.
Next question. Skip it.
It's causing me
Next question.
It's causing me a lot of distress because.
Okay. Repeat the question, Dan.
Wait. I want to hear the rest of this.
Repeat the question from the. Repeat the question from the start. We need a minute from that.
Yeah, that was too much.
My school is doing Shrek the musical for our school play, and I don't know how to deal with this. It's causing me a lot of distress because I'm seeing posters saying "Get Shreked" all over my school. Please send help.
Okay, first off, the first thing he should do is get a petition and demand that they do the Shark Tale musical, which everyone knows is superior in every way.
There's a Shark Tale musical?
No, I'm just...
Okay.
Yes,
I
Jim.
hope not.
You always lie
I couldn't
when
believe
you're on the podcast. Always lie, Jim. Always go for the lie.
But I didn't know people would still do the Shrek musical. What? Does he live in Bizarroville? I feel so bad for him.
He lives in the early 2000s.
Oh, man. The school just Shrek'd up his whole life.
I can't believe Shrek had a musical.
Well, I mean, do they sing the All-Star song and the Daydream Believer song in it?
I don't think they have the copyright to use that song.
So what?
I believe.
What are the songs in the Shrek musical? Is it like, what are those songs?
I don't know, but
Ogres
someone in the YouTube
onions. That's one of them.
Someone in the YouTube comments was telling me how they had the Game Boy Advance version of the Shrek GBA video. It's one of those cartridges where they play the entire movie on a Game Boy Advance cartridge. Look up my video, GBA video, the review. And
no, I don't want to watch that shit.
Someone was telling me how them and their class of 30 kids all gathered together to watch it on a tiny little Game Boy screen.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
This is a good party, huh, fellas? We hate you. We hate you, Billy. We're going to beat you up after school.
I wonder if Shrek is as bad as, Shrek, because I haven't seen Shrek in a while, but when it first came out, people liked Shrek, but then Shrek 2, Shrek 3, and Shrek 4, Shrek and Round the World came out.
And Shrek 6.
Shrek 3 and 4 were terrible.
Yeah, Shrek 2 was, the greatest one.
But hey, let's get into the other questions. We should have a Shrek podcast later.
No. Come on.
No
question.
You don't want to.
We should.
You don't want to be known as a meme. Come on.
I would do a Shrek podcast.
Oh.
Yeah, just marathon all the Shreks. And Puss in Boots.
Yeah, I'll watch.
Oh.
Who's excited for the Puss in Boots Netflix series? We can marathon that and get prepped for the musical.
Anyway, we're supposed to. Should we give this kid advice about his life being Shrek'd up?
Okay.
Give up.
Okay, here's my advice for you. Clench your anus as hard as you can, because we all know the mighty Ogre Lord is going to come in and penetrate everyone.
I would say,
hail the Ogre Lord. Shrek is love. Shrek is love.
You need to go with it. You need to put on the green makeup all the time until they do the musical. Just constantly be in Shrek gear and be making Shrek puns and making references to Michael Myers. I mean, Mike Myers, not the guy from Halloween. Oh, I screwed that up. Never mind.
Here's what you have to do. You have to go and tear every poster about Shrek, destroy everything about Shrek, ruin the play for everyone. Go on backstage, just wreck all the props, beat up all the cast members, and that's how you do it. That's how you stop Shrek.
No Shrek, no mercy.
Oh my god, what if the fifth Shrek movie comes out and it's just this really dark, grim opening, and then the title card goes, "No Shrek." And then he roars, "No mercy."
Remember when you thought DreamWorks would keep making sequels and Pixar would know when to stop, and yet they're no plans for a Shrek movie, but yet there are plans for Toy Story 4.
Looks like the shoe. It's on the other foot.
Somebody once told me the road was gonna roll me. I'm not
Pixar ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
Let's get into the other questions.
Fine.
Hey.
I'm gonna Shrek this question up.
Oh my god damn it.
Yeah.
Epic Face Panda says, question,
pandas are extinct.
Who has the best transformation sequence, Kill la Kill or Sailor Moon? What are your favorite transformation sequences in a
Kill la Kill because
anime or
titties.
cartoon? Yeah.
But did anyone see the I was on Tumblr and someone took the transformation at the end of Beauty and the Beast and put the Sailor Moon transformation music over it?
Yeah.
That was pretty amazing.
Did it sync perfectly?
It worked pretty well. I was like, wow, they should have done the movie like this.
The best transformation sequence is in the game Sonic Heroes. If you get all the Chaos Emeralds and go to the final boss, it's Mecha Sonic, and he has a transformation sequence that literally lasts, I think, was it 40 seconds?
Yeah, 45 seconds.
Yeah, 45 seconds.
It just keeps going and going. He's transforming,
Like
and
all
then he
these
just turns to a
machine
robot.
parts.
It's just all these machines, and it goes
It
on
lasted
and on.
longer than a Sonic 06 loading screen.
I know, it's so fucked up. Oh dear.
I
My
really
favorite
liked
transformation
the transformation scene. The one in the first Shrek movie was pretty good.
You mean when Fiona transformed into an ogre and then she was like,
Sorry, I just
overrated.
wanted to bring up Shrek again. Sorry to Shrek everything up.
No more Shrek.
Oh my god, Jim. I think the best Sonic transformation. The best Sonic transformations was Sonic Adventure 2, where they were just jerking off, and then they transformed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shadow. Shadow. Chaos control.
I'm wearing earphones, Nolan.
Another transformation that I really like is in the show Panty and Stocking. It's this Japanese anime that kind of looks like an American cartoon, like in the Powerpuff Girls style.
Oh man, Penny and Stocking's transformation is great.
Yeah, it's the whole show is basically them in like this Powerpuff Girls American style, but when they transform, they suddenly become super detailed anime characters, and they just pole dance, and that's their transformation sequence.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that because of the pole dance. When I went to ASEN last year, I bought the Panty and Stocking keynote art book, and they have the every key frame from the transformation sequence, and it looks so good.
Do you still have glue on yours?
Huh? You can.
Whoops.
I can appreciate animation, okay?
Whoops.
Oh, one transformation that I really like is in Digimon Tamers, when like Terriermon digivolves and like his skin comes off and he's all wireframe, and then like his gauntlets get on his hands, and it's really cool. I like the transformations into Digimon Tamers.
Yeah, it's that rabbit, the one that that transforms into a rabbit with blue jeans and fucking machine gun arms.
Yeah.
Season 3 of Digimon, it was just you see them like have their skin ripped off, and they're just like wireframe CGI underneath, and it looked really disturbing for me. But yeah, you realize how season 3 of Digimon was pretty much inspired by Evangelion.
Yeah, I watched that recently, and yeah, it's really good.
Did you guys know that Mamoru Hosoda, who directed the first Digimon movie, he also did Summer Wars, which is based on the Digimon movie?
I like Pokemon. I think Pikachu is the best Pokemon.
Oh my god, Pokemon is my favorite Digimon.
Crap, we should do a Digimon Pokemon show.
My favorite Pokemon show is Bleach.
My favorite Pokemon is the Blue Eyes White Dragon. I think that was a good Pokemon.
So yeah, any other favorite transformation sequences?
Oh, well, I can think of one that's not an animation one.
It is Shrek.
No, it's not Shrek.
He already said Shrek already, you fool.
Yeah, I can't keep saying Shrek. That would just Shrek.
Jim is devolved.
Shrek.
Jim, oh my god, are you okay?
You know what? You know what's a cool one? You know what's a cool one? but it's not in a good movie, but it's at the beginning. So if you catch it, if you ever see the movie Starman, they do a cool transformation where this guy ages from a baby to an adult in like a minute, and you see like they made miniatures for each age, or makeup for each age he was. So you see him like transform really quickly. It's really cool. Best part of Starman.
Oh, that reminds me. If anyone remembers this arcade game, Altered Beast, that's also on Sega Genesis.
Oh yeah, when those guys turn into furries.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's these really big, muscular He-Man looking guys in Speedos and
go on.
They start out in these like a leotard, and eventually more of their clothes rips off, and once they get enough power, they transform into furries, like a wolf or a dragon. But there was a remake, well, not a remake, just a reboot on the PS2, I think, Altered Beast, and it was in Europe only. But these transformation sequences are so fucking metal, because you see their organs explode, their eyes pop out, and they transform from human to beast, and it's so awesome. Altered Beast PS2, I forget what it was called.
Fucking metal, bro.
Yeah, that shit was awesome, even though I heard the game was terrible.
Metal, metal, metal.
On to the next question.
Digivolution activate! Digivolution.
Will Williams, question to the podcast. How would you like us, the fans, to approach you in public?
Just harass us, yell at us, and scream at the top of your lungs.
One person did do that to me.
What? Really? Wait, someone recognized you from the podcast?
Yeah, they're like, "Are you Jim Gisrael?" And "Are you Jim?" And I was like, "Yeah." But then every time I've had anyone approach me, it's like the most awkward thing ever, because you're never like walking around like, "Oh, I hope someone approaches me." You're just like being a normal person. And then someone's like, "Hey, are you this person that you are?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that is me. I am the person that I am." And it's like always the most awkward thing in the world. So and I just think if you're going to just understand that I'm going to be probably as awkward as you are, because it's like not something you think someone to come up to you and be like, "Hey, listen to this thing and that's cool." And you're like, "Oh, okay, I'm going to keep going to the pet store. See ya."
They just go like, "I know you," and then they just stops and they don't even try to converse with you at all.
Well, first, if someone says, "I know you," I'm always like, is it from I saw you at a party? Yeah, so it's like, you don't want to be like, "Oh, from the internet, because I'm the fucking shit." So like, you don't want to say that. So you have to say like, you have to like play coy. It's like the most awkward conversations I've ever had have been people coming up to me and be like, "Oh, hey, I know you from this." I'm like, So I don't know. There's no. The recent time was at work, but someone, because they heard me talking and they recognize my voice. But
luckily, they didn't like approach you and they made like a joke, and a really like awkward joke, like, "Hey, are you striking it up or something?"
But I don't know. I mean, if you want to, I'm not against it. Just understand that it's as awkward for you as it is for me. It's like a bear. You're as afraid of bears as bears are as afraid of you, I think.
You know, actually, I know this is off topic, but it does have to do with bears.
Okay.
My back when my grandparents had a cottage up north in Wisconsin, and my dad and my sister went jogging because they're health nuts for some reason, and it's like the cottage is in a forest, like a neighborhood forest, if you can imagine that. And they were just running, and my dad is like an old geezer, so my sister was far ahead of him. And then all of a sudden she just stopped, and my dad's like, "What?" And she's like 10 feet away from this big black bear. that's in the forest just looking at her. And she just doesn't know what to do, so she just stands there. And then my dad keeps running towards her, and then the bear just walks out into the middle of the street and just looks at him. He just stops too, and then the bear just goes like, and then he walks into the other side of the forest.
I feel like going over there and killing you.
And then they just hightail it back to the cottage, and they're like, holy shit. And I'm like, what?
Whoa.
That's fucking scary being mauled by a bear.
They didn't get mauled by a bear, though. And then my
know.
sister was afraid of bears for like months after that. I just contemplated like taping a picture of a bear on top of her ceiling, so when she woke up, she saw that.
Nolan, that's fucked up. Nolan, damn. I'm not fucking with Nolan ever. That's the most fucked up thing I've ever heard. I heard you were scared of bears, so I bought you this teddy bear. Have a good night.
I mean, I heard if you ever encounter a bear, you're supposed to make yourself seem larger, like picking up a bike and putting it over your heads.
Or make a lot of noise.
Yeah, I heard there was like some guy who was being mauled by a bear, and he was saved by his daughter's ringtone, and it was a Justin Bieber song that scared a bear away.
Oh, that song sucks.
I've heard if you play Smash Mouth All Star, they immediately run away and hide. They're like, no, we hate Shrek.
No more Shrek. No more. I'm gonna break this glass.
They're like, curse you, DreamWorks. I actually, DreamWorks isn't so bad. I like the How to Train Your Dragon movies, but nothing else I can think of.
I like the Mega Man, but going back to the question,
oh, sorry.
So yeah, people have approached me at Comic-Con and OmniCon and recognized me, because I think one of the first times they recognized me was when I was just like standing around this convention and I just had a Zone Tan t-shirt, and I was just standing there, and these two girls were just coming up to me and it's like staring at my shirt. It's like, is that Zone Tan? It's like, yeah, those guys want to talk to you. And I just walk over to them and they just start saying, look, he has a Zone Tan t-shirt. And I just tell them, I was like, yeah. She was in a video of mine. It's like, oh my God, you're that guy who you made the panty and stocking review. Oh shit. And they're just like freaking out. These three guys were just like, look, it's him. It's RebelTaxi, that's him.
Are you having fun there, Pan? You having fun?
That is legitimately what happened. And I was just like, I was just like, what's going on? Are they going to kill me?
No one knows what Pan looks like, so that would be harder, I think.
I mean, that's just like a big surprise. Like, what? That's Pan Pizza? What the fuck?
This guy looked like a version.
No.
I was recognized at a movie theater once. And I met her the next day because apparently she ripped up my ticket when I went to go see Strange Magic, and she recognized me, but not from my channel. She recognized me because I was in Brony's React. So
whoa, wait, what?
That's your claim to fame?
Yeah.
Paleo, you nerd.
Because I'm friends with the guy who makes it, so like I've been in a few.
Oh.
So,
terrible.
Jim, you should prepare yourself when, like, you meet one of our fans and you're gonna be like, "Hey, is this Home Depot?"
What? I don't get that.
Wait, what?
You know the
That
Home
sounds
Depot
familiar.
joke or whatever? Was it Home Depot or was it something else?
What?
The $100 thing.
Oh, that's Walmart. Oh,
Walmart.
I was like not sure where you're going with that.
I thought it was
like
Home Depot for some reason.
Well, you know what? If someone comes up to me and says like, "Hey, is this Home Depot?" I will get it.
Yeah. So anyway, if you do approach someone somewhat famous or any type of famous, just don't be clingy and just be cool.
This
I made my mistakes where I was trying to I met some animator last year. I was like, can you two sign my thing?
Wait, dude,
okay. After you sign, now can we take a photo together?
Did you take the photo?
Yeah, it's those two people.
Who was it?
Oh, Ian and Rebecca Sugar.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So
I have photos of them, but
that's why they won't be on the podcast because you.
Oh wait, so they were like, you have a Zone Tan t-shirt?
No.
Oh, it wasn't them. It wasn't them.
You told the story very terribly because, like, as far as I know, there were two groups of people, and the one group was like, I want to talk to you, and then the other group is like, oh my god, you have a Zone Tan t-shirt. I know you. You did a Panty and Stocking review. I'm so confused. Okay. There's so many timeline issues.
Okay, there's two. Okay,
like
those were okay. The first one I was talking about, those were fans who found me, and the other one I found Rebecca Sugar and Ian Jones at Comic-Con, and those are two separate events.
Okay, we get it now. Good job. Good job with your terrible ass conveyance.
Although what creeps me out is that when I went up to Ian and Rebecca, they said, "Speak of the devil, we were just talking about you," and I'm still wondering, like, what were they talking about me for? Oh God, because early on I met Steven Sugar, Rebecca Sugar's brother, and I said, hey, can I photograph you? And I put that photograph on Tumblr, and they alerted them that I was there, and it's like, why are they alerting each other that I'm there? What's going on?
It's like a network. Oh shit, it's him.
What's going on? I don't know, I'm so confused.
Like at the Legion of Doom, they're all just now like, how can we stop this guy?
Well,
this guy's saying awful things about
I tipped them off that you would buy them Little Caesars pizzas. So you probably, since you didn't, they won't go on the podcast. They're like, where's our Little Caesars pizzas? Jim told us that we'd get Little Caesars pizzas.
This isn't a party at all.
You guys want some of my pizza? I made it for you guys.
Early a podcast.
Oh, you made it.
Oh God, he's coming this way. 50 clicks.
No, he's coming. He's cracking his knuckles, and then.
Oh shit!
Wait, what's 50 clicks mean?
I don't know. I just remember it from Aliens, I think, or something.
Oh, 50 clicks of gray.
Oh no!
I'm being topical, everyone. Topical.
So yeah, if you ever meet Nolan, Pan, Jim in person, the screech at the top of your lungs.
Oh, but you know what's really pathetic?
Breathe really heavily, and make sure you are at peak, your most highest peak of sweatiness.
I would
so
just
when you
like
me, it makes a wet.
Do you when I was in high school, no, I think it was high school or middle school, someone told me, like, dude, you know, if you see Marilyn Manson in the airport, he asks you, like, to name a couple of his songs, and if you just say the hits, he won't sign your photograph because he only signs true fans' photographs. And I was like, what? And now that I think about that, I'm like, I don't think that's true at all. I shouldn't have listened to that kid or given him all my magic cards.
Oh, what a nerd.
Magic cards. What a dork.
Oh, sorry, guys.
I can't play Gathering the Magic or whatever.
Hey, Marilyn, can you sign my Yu-Gi-Oh card? This one's Black Eyes Red Dragon. He reminds me of you.
That's racist.
Oh, no. Oh, but you know what's really fucking pathetic?
What?
You?
Okay, going back to that Comic-Con story. Like, when I found Steven Sugar there, I said, hey, can I photograph you? Which already, that's like, why did I do that? And then I blogged about it on
You said, hey, can I take a pic? Just the way you say, can I photograph you, just sounds a lot creepier.
Can I photograph you?
Like, why did I do that?
No, because there's this ancient urban legend that, like, if you take a picture of somebody, you take their soul. And that I just for some reason think about that.
Oh, shit.
When you say it like that,
Steven's
can I take a photograph of you? Shh, now I own your soul.
So anyway, like, I take a photo of him and then I blog about it on Tumblr. And then I'm watching Steven. Okay, so Steven Sugar, he works on the show as, I think, a background designer or something. And he is the inspiration for Steven from Steven Universe. Because they have the same hair and stuff. But anyway.
No way.
A few months later, I'm watching Steven Universe. And there's a scene where Steven has these watermelon people. And this fucking fat nerd, Reynaldo, photographs Steven and just blogs about it right in front of him. And it's like, if animation did not take such a long time, I would assume that was making fun of me.
That was a shout out to you.
No.
Yeah, it was.
Animation takes too long, so no way that was me.
That?
Let's see, it was like that episode aired January. The Comic-Con's June, so like 6 months apart.
Oh,
but
that's plenty of time. That's plenty
no,
of time. You're so
no.
That totally was a shout
no
out.
possible way. It's just coincidence.
Wait, wasn't the character called French bread pizza?
What? No, I called him. No.
Uh-oh.
No, there's no character named that on Steven Universe. His name is Reynaldo, and I call him the French fry fucker because
doesn't Renardo have glasses and you have glasses?
No, my icon does not have glasses.
Your icon has like bags under his eyes.
Yeah, I'm
I'm talking
tired.
about your real lifers. Never mind.
Oh, but yeah. So I'm a fucking idiot. So that's the point.
Yeah, and I can't believe you got a fucking cameo in Steven Universe as the character.
That is not me. It's not. It can't be.
At least you were the hottest character on Steven Universe. Okay, that's saying something.
I'm what?
Ronaldo is the best character on Steven Universe.
No, he is not. He is the fucking worst character on the show.
Nah.
He reminds me too much of myself, and it's like, I hate this guy. I hope he fucking suffers.
Oh, Pan. Guys, let's give Pan a hug. He feels really bad.
Oh,
I'm not touching him.
Group hug, everybody. Group hug.
I'm not touching him. He's
Ken.
Well, Ken can stand over there while the three of us give Pan a hug.
Fine, I'll hug myself with blackjacks and hookers. Actually, forget about the hug.
Wait, with black?
With black?
Hello?
Hello? With black?
Did I disconnect or did Jim disconnect?
Am I here?
Yep.
Okay, now you're here.
Did I disconnect or did Jim?
Oh, did I break the thing?
Did you kill me? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear everyone.
Okay, it was a Futurama reference.
Oh, okay. We're all back.
With the blackjack and the hookers, you know.
Yeah.
Classic Futurama.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
it's a lot of dead air.
Oh, yeah. Apparently, Reynaldo's based on me, and that's totally 100% factual, and there's no possible way it can't be anything else, because animation is totally fast to make in under 2 weeks, you know?
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Why do you think Family Guy episodes come out every Sunday?
Yeah.
Saul4377. Question for everyone. What's your favorite cartoon episode that ripped off or parodied another cartoon? Mine has to be the one episode of Billy and Mandy where they ripped off DBZ. Wasn't it called Chicken Ball Z? So yeah, favorite parody episode of a cartoon.
Actually, you know what's a really good one? And it's one that brings up a great point, was the South Park where they say Simpsons did it.
Yeah.
And they bring up that one. I think is kind of like has to be high up there because it brings up that like every cartoon show has to think about like what the Simpsons did and if the Simpsons have already done that and how you can't do things the Simpsons did unless you're Family Guy. Then you just don't fucking care.
You just rip them off. Actually,
You just rip them off, and Seth MacFarlane goes to his big fancy bank that he goes to for rich people.
I fucking hate Family Guy so much.
I mean, I guess it's okay to like do the same premise as long as you execute it differently.
But I know they've done episodes.
Certain things. Well, I'm not talking about Family Guy. I'm talking about other shows.
Oh yeah, but but that's the one of a show that parodied another show.
Yeah.
You know what I like
movie, I guess maybe.
You know what I like in a cartoon is whenever they make an anime parody and it actually feels like the people who made the parody actually watched anime. It's not like people just saying sushi and just everyone LOL so random.
Everyone does the Akira motorcycle reference. Like, do something different. Like, just have someone like ride the motorcycle, and right when they're about to do that cool thing, like the character falls off.
Yeah, we need more gynaxing in American animation. We need more tit bouncing.
That's Teen Titans. They had a lot of Gynax references.
No, gynaxing. It's a TV trope term for bouncing boobs, like boobs that bounce unrealistically.
Or what was the episode of Fairly Odd Parents where they changed the channel a bunch? You guys
Channel Chasers.
Channel Chasers.
Because you guys talked about that on one of them, I think.
Yeah.
That was probably the reference, the movie.
Yeah.
But I think mine is like Kids Next Door, when they reference Dragon Ball Z, I think Matrix, and then that one.
Yeah, the Animatrix of all things.
Yeah, and that one thing. What was it? It was number 5 story because it was like about a pizza delivery.
It was just like this very abstract, minimalist painting thing.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of the Offbeats, if anyone remembers that Kablam short.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I think that was the reference to the episode.
One thing that was really crazy, I'm going to do an Animatrix week, but I'll talk about this again. But the episode of Kids Next Door where they parody Animatrix's second renaissance. I mean, in the Matrix second renaissance. Okay, okay, hang on. The Matrix had a series of animated shorts released in between 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And they're by anime directors. Each one's by a different person. They're 9-minute shorts. And there was this one called Second Renaissance that talked about how robots enslaved humans and how they were oppressed all these years. And it's this super grim, dark, brutal, fucking hardcore short. And they show like all these horrible moments in human history recreated with robots, and it's pretty gruesome. And then Kids Next Door comes along and makes a parody of that, and it's about how kids are being enslaved by adults, and it's like, how can you take this super brutal ass short and turn it into this parody for a kids cartoon? It's so it's like, how did this get made?
Or what?
It's almost shot for shot how they do it.
Yeah.
It takes me a while to think of favorites. Like, I have to be really analytical and remember everything I've ever watched. So off the top of my head, I really love the Transformers panty and stocking parody.
Oh yeah, that too.
Specifically the English dub, because just the way they deliver their lines while they're robots is so fucking funny.
You're not just a whore, you're a stupid whore. You and your lame-ass fucking dick moves, I should have seen that coming.
The stocking cons escape trouble by donning diapers.
When it comes to war, anything goes. Kill the bitch!
What will Panty do?
It's the best Transformers G1 parody for anything ever, I think.
Or the you know that regular show episode where they buy the special deluxe version of that movie in 3D and have a screening in the park?
Oh yeah, the Evil Dead episode.
Yeah, that's clearly Evil Dead. But that episode's one of my favorite regular shows, I think. That's a good one.
I like cartoons that parody The Thing. Because there's this one of Futurama and there's one of South Park where they like parodied the Thing.
Oh, the John Carpenter's The Thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were just saying The Thing, like when they parody something.
No.
Yeah, when they just parody, things.
Yeah, when they parody things.
Yeah.
But yeah, John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, like the Futurama episode I really like of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or did you ever see, it's not a good show, but the intro for Chipmunks at the Movies, where the Chipmunks, it was like a show where they basically do a movie kind of parody type thing every episode. And the show was pretty awful, as I recall, but the theme song is crazy. And like, it has the Chipmunks doing like the lightsaber battle in Empire Strikes Back and like Jaws and Tim Burton's Batman and stuff. Look, it's pretty cool. I think it's Chipmunks at the Movies. It has like a ton of movie references in it, and they were pretty. And the animation was good because that's what they do with theme songs. They spend as much on a theme song with the animation as an entire episode or something.
Yeah,
I mean, remember the
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
What about Tick, which was one big parody of all superheroes at the time?
Yeah, that's true. The comic's really good too. Also, of the
Tick. Which. I remember there was the Tick cartoon series. I love that, and there was like a live action series that only lasted 6 episodes.
Oh, that was like when I heard that show was going on, I was like, "There's no way this is going to go past like 6 episodes." Like it was just like, why did they think? But there's rumors it might come back for Amazon Prime, but those rumors seem to have died down. I was like, but the cool thing about that show is that's where Patrick Warburton met the guy from Venture Brothers, and that's how that relationship started. So, is the guy from not Doc Hammer, the other guy, or is it Doc Hammer? I don't know. Well, anyway, they met there, and then that's how Venture Brothers happened. Because he used to write for Ben Edlund.
But I liked in Venture Brothers when they had the Fantastic Four parody. Those guys in the North Pole.
Oh, that was a great episode.
Yeah, but like they have the same powers as the Fantastic Four to an extent. Like the stretchy guy can still stretch, but like Invisible Woman can only turn her skin invisible, but not the rest of her body. So you can just see her like muscle tissues and stuff. The Thing is just this special needs child thing, and Johnny Storm had to stay in this isolated chamber where there's no air inside because once he touches air, he catches fire and he's just running around screaming. So it's either that or stay inside this air-free chamber where he has to sleep for the rest of his life.
Yeah, because he would light on fire and go, "Oh God! Oh my God!
Oh God! Oh God!"
Because they made Mr. Fantastic look like he was this crazy megalomaniac who had done this to his family. It was pretty dark.
I know.
It was good though. They were good at doing twists and around, because the whole thing's a Johnny Quest reference anyway. So
yeah,
even though Johnny Quest exists in that world, it's a little confusing. But there was the what was it? Oh, Phineas and Ferb did a Run Lola Run episode.
What?
A what?
Do you know Run Lola Run?
Run Lola Run.
The movie. It's this cool. Okay, well, anyway, Run Lola Run is this movie where it has this girl running to stop her boyfriend from possibly robbing a supermarket because he needs money to pay off these like gangsters or whatever. And so the movie takes 3 different possibilities of what could have happened while she's running. And there's like techno music going on while it happens, and there's like an animation sequence, and it's really high paced. But it's a cool movie because it just shows you like the different scenarios and possibilities based on like which route she took, or that she cut this person off so this happened and whatever. And so, in the Phineas and Ferb episode, who's the girl? Candace had these shoes that made her run really fast. So they had like. It was kind of, they didn't do the various possibilities thing, but they did, it was clearly, they had the techno music and all that stuff. So, but Run Lola Run's cool. It's the director worked on Cloud Atlas with the Wachowskis. Yeah, sorry. Okay, never mind.
Sorry, I just don't know.
I like cartoons.
You should, if you like Run Lola Run's cool because it's like a Wile E. Coyote cartoon or something.
Anyone have any favorite parody cartoons?
I already list mine, I think.
Oh, The Critic. The Critic's an entire parody cartoon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Parody on
Although
what?
it just failed because it took too long to animate, so by the time all the references would get old.
It was too high budgeted. It was like a really expensive show. And then it switched networks, and I love that show. It's a great show.
Oh wait, the Harvey Birdman one with the Justins, that was pretty good parody.
Far off year of 2007. Maybe looks at the calendar.
2008. So they make no sense.
Yeah, because the Harvey Birdman premiered in 2002, and the Jetsons is supposed to take place in the year 2000, and and everyone acknowledges like, what are they talking about?
That was awesome. And then they tried to get to Harvey's decks, but like the floor doesn't move, so they have to like walk there, and it takes them like a week or a month or something to get over there.
Yeah, because they don't have those conveyor belt sidewalks anymore. Yeah. They're too dependent on this technology. They're basically in the same future as Wall-E. Yeah. So yeah, is that the end of the podcast?
I think so.
I guess this is it. The end.
This is the end, beautiful friends. After 11 long hours, the
You
Pizza
already
Party
did that,
podcast comes to
yeah.
a close. I don't care. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I can't believe this is the last episode. Wow.
Wait, what?
Oh, or whatever. So yeah, I'm Pan Pizza.
I'm Jim.
I'm Nolan.
I'm Ken, and I buried the body, so she's gone forever.
Good. Rest. We need a moment of silence for Emily.
Oh no. What the fuck?
Oh my god, she's still alive. Get her!
Hit her with a shovel!
Oh, fuck you guys.
Alright.
Oh.
Okay, guys, we're gonna go beat up Emily, so...
Jonan, save me.
You guys have a great night. Thank you for listening. And
be sure to give me money on Patreon.
And you all pay Pan to make more videos. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Okay, here's Full House.
Wait, what about our guests? Shouldn't we talk about
Oh, and Paleo. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Paleo. We love you.
No, it's alright. Yeah, I had a fun time.
You're a fantastic artist.
Yeah, okay.
What?
And we're a bunch of
I don't draw
dillholes.
my things.
Oh, we don't
commission those.
We don't appreciate you like we should. God bless
Yep, okay.
Paleo. This podcast is dedicated to him as well as the song.
Yeah. Bye.